Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spanish faculty. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Today we're talking about the one thing that separates people who actually speak Spanish from people who just know Spanish words.
Ooh, dramatic.
I'm serious. You know what it is?
Tell me.
It's whether or not you translate in your head.
That's it. That's the whole game.
Wait, really?
Really. If you're still translating every word from English to Spanish before you speak, you'll never be fluent.
Okay, but how do I stop? Because right now my brain is like a very slow Google Translate.
That's what we're fixing today. We're going to rewire your brain so you think directly in Spanish.
That sounds impossible.
It's not. In fact, by the end of this episode, you'll do it at least once.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Good, because we're starting right now. And if you're watching this, here's your challenge. Stay until the 18-minute mark. We're going to do a live brain training exercise that'll prove you can already think in Spanish.
No pressure or anything.
Exactly. Now let's talk about why your brain is betraying you.
Okay, so why do I translate everything?
Because that's how you were taught.
Wait, it's not my fault?
Not entirely. Most Spanish classes teach you vocabulary lists. English word equals Spanish word.
Yeah, like dog equals perro.
Exactly. And your brain files that away as see dog, translate to perro, say perro.
That sounds exhausting.
It is, and it's slow. That's why you freeze up in conversations.
Okay, this is too real.
Right? Your brain is doing 3 jobs when it should only do 1.
What do you mean?
Think about it. When you speak English, you don't think, I want coffee, and then translate it into English words. You just think it and say it.
Oh, wow. I never thought about that.
That's because thinking and speaking happen at the same time. There's no translation layer.
So in Spanish, I need to skip the translation?
Exactly. You need to think the thought directly in Spanish.
But how? I don't know enough words yet.
You know more than you think, and that's what we're proving today.
All right, I'm listening.
Good, because we're about to break down exactly how your brain learns language, and it's way cooler than you think. Okay, quick neuroscience lesson.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, I'll make it fun. Your brain has 2 ways of processing language.
Only 2?
Well, simplified. The first way is declarative memory. That's your conscious brain. Lists, grammar rules, flashcards.
That's what I've been doing.
I know, and it works for learning facts, but it's terrible for speaking.
Why?
Because it's slow. Every time you speak, your brain has to access the memory, find the word, apply the grammar rule, and then speak.
That's why I sound like a robot.
Exactly. Now, the second way is procedural memory. That's your unconscious brain. It's how you know how to ride a bike or type without looking.
Okay, I like where this is going.
You should, because procedural memory is fast, automatic, and effortless.
So I need to get Spanish into my procedural memory.
Bingo. And the only way to do that is through repetition in context.
Wait, so I can't just memorize vocabulary lists?
Nope. You need to use the words in real situations, over and over.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's less work than translating forever. Plus, we're going to make it fun.
How?
By tricking your brain into thinking it already knows Spanish.
I'm listening.
All right, technique number 1. Narrate your life in Spanish.
Like a documentary?
Exactly like a documentary, but you're the subject.
That feels weird.
It is weird, but it works. Here's how it goes. You do something, you say it in Spanish, out loud.
Like what?
Like right now. What are you doing right now?
Sitting?
Perfect. Estoy sentado.
Estoy sentado.
Good. Now what else? What are you wearing?
A shirt?
Llevo una camisa.
Llevo una camisa.
See, you're describing your reality in Spanish. Your brain starts to connect the language with what's actually happening.
Oh, so I'm not translating, I'm just labeling.
Exactly. Your brain loves labels, And when you label things in Spanish enough times, you stop needing English at all.
That's actually genius.
It gets better. Start small. Just narrate 5 minutes of your morning.
Like what?
Me despierto, me levanto, voy al baño, me lavo la cara.
Wait, we learned this last episode.
Yes, you already have the phrases. Now you just use them while you do the actions.
So my morning routine becomes Spanish practice.
Every single day. And here's the magic part. After about 2 weeks, you'll notice something.
What?
You'll start thinking in Spanish without trying. Like you'll be brushing your teeth and your brain will just go, me cepillo los dientes.
No way.
I'm serious. It happened to me with tengo hambre. I was making lunch and I thought, tengo hambre, before I thought, I'm hungry.
That's wild.
That's your brain rewiring, and it starts with narration.
Okay, I'm doing this tomorrow.
Do it today, right now. What are you doing?
Estoy escuchando?
Estoy escuchando. I'm listening. Perfect. Technique number 2. Talk to yourself in Spanish.
I already talk to myself in English. Does that count?
Not yet, but we're going to change that.
How?
By switching your internal monologue to Spanish.
My internal monologue. That's everything.
I know, that's why it's so powerful.
Okay, but I think in full sentences. How do I do that in Spanish?
You start simple, really simple, like caveman simple.
Caveman.
Yes, instead of thinking, I really need to go to the grocery store because we're out of milk and I want cereal tomorrow, you think, necesito leche.
Necesito leche. I need milk.
Exactly. You're not translating the whole thought. You're summarizing it in Spanish.
Oh, that's way easier.
Right? And over time, your brain gets better at it. You'll add words.
Like what?
Necesito leche. Voy a la tienda. Quiero cereal.
Wait, I understood all of that.
Because you already know it. Your brain just needed permission to use it.
So I'm basically giving my brain permission to think in Spanish?
Exactly. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
Okay, but what if I don't know a word?
Then you describe it in Spanish. Use the words you do know.
Like what?
Okay. Let's say you want to say remote control, but you don't know the word.
What is it, by the way?
El control remoto. But pretend you don't know that. How would you describe it?
La cosa para la televisión?
The thing for the TV. Perfect.
That actually works?
It works better than stopping to translate. Your brain stays in Spanish mode.
Okay, this is making sense now.
Good, because technique 3 is where it gets fun.
The rubber duck method? What?
It's a programming trick. Programmers explain their code to a rubber duck to find bugs.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
And it works for Spanish.
How?
You explain your day to an imaginary person, or a real rubber duck in Spanish.
You want me to talk to a rubber duck?
Or your cat, or your coffee mug, doesn't matter. The point is you're speaking Spanish out loud without pressure.
Okay, give me an example.
Sure. Hoy me desperté tarde. Estaba cansado. Hice café. No desayuné. Salí de casa.
You just told a story.
Exactly. And I didn't think about grammar. I didn't translate. I just spoke.
But what if I mess up?
The rubber duck doesn't care. That's the beauty of it.
Okay, that's actually comforting.
Right? And here's the thing. When you practice speaking without judgment, your brain relaxes. And when your brain relaxes, Spanish flows easier.
So I'm tricking my brain into thinking Spanish is safe.
Exactly. Your brain associates Spanish with stress because you're always worried about mistakes. But when you talk to a rubber duck, there's no stress.
So I'm literally rewiring my anxiety response.
Yep, and it works. Try it tonight. Tell your pillow about your day in Spanish.
My pillow?
Whatever works for you. The point is to speak without fear.
Okay, I'll try it.
Good, because technique 4 is about to blow your mind.
Wait, are you serious?
Dead serious. Change your phone to Spanish today.
But then I won't understand anything.
Yes, you will. You know where all the buttons are. You've used your phone for years.
Okay, that's true.
So you don't need to read settings. You know where settings is. But now your brain sees ajustes every single day.
Ajustes. Settings.
Exactly. And over time, your brain stops translating. It just knows ajustes means that gear icon.
Oh, so I'm learning by association, not translation.
Bingo. And it happens passively. You're not studying, you're just using your phone.
That's actually sneaky. I love it.
Right? And here's the best part. You learn super practical words.
Like what?
Descargar, download. Guardar, save. Eliminar, delete.
Wait, I need those words.
Exactly. And you'll learn them without even trying because you use your phone constantly.
Okay, I'm changing my phone language after this.
Do it right now. I'll wait.
Right now?
Yes. Grab your phone, go to settings, ajustes, and change the language.
Okay, I'm doing it. Ajustes, general, idioma, español.
How does it feel?
Weird, but I can still find everything.
See? And tomorrow it'll feel normal, and your brain will be absorbing Spanish without you realizing it.
This is the laziest language learning hack ever.
The best hacks are lazy. Now let's talk about input. Technique 5. Immersion without leaving your house.
Okay, now you have my attention.
Most people think immersion means moving to Spain or Mexico.
That's what I thought.
But immersion is really just surrounding yourself with the language, and you can do that from your couch.
How?
Spanish music, Spanish podcasts, Spanish YouTube, Spanish Netflix.
But I won't understand anything.
Not at first, but your brain is incredible at pattern recognition.
What does that mean?
It means even if you don't understand every word, your brain is learning rhythm, intonation, common phrases.
So I'm learning even when I don't realize it?
Exactly. It's called comprehensible input. You expose yourself to Spanish that's just slightly above your level.
How do I know what my level is?
If you understand about 70%, you're in the sweet spot.
Okay, so what should I watch?
Start with shows you've already seen in English. Like if you've watched Friends a million times, watch it in Spanish.
Wait, Friends is on Spanish Netflix?
Yep. And you already know the plot, so you can focus on the language.
That's actually genius.
Right? Your brain fills in the gaps because it knows the context.
So I'm not just staring at subtitles confused?
Exactly. And here's a pro tip. Use Spanish audio with Spanish subtitles, not English.
Why?
Because English subtitles train your brain to rely on English. Spanish subtitles train your brain to connect Spanish sounds with Spanish words.
Oh, so I'm learning to read and listen at the same time.
Yep, it's a 2-for-1 deal.
Okay, I'm starting this tonight.
Good. Now let's talk about the technique that changed my life.
The 10-second rule? What's that?
Anytime you want to say something in Spanish, you have 10 seconds to say it. No translating allowed.
Wait, what?
I'm serious. If you can't think of the perfect way to say it, you say it imperfectly, but you say it in 10 seconds.
That's terrifying.
It's liberating. Because here's the thing. You'll never feel ready. Your brain will always want to translate, edit, perfect.
Okay, true.
But fluent speakers don't do that. They just speak, and they fix mistakes as they go.
So I'm training my brain to be okay with imperfection.
Exactly. And the 10-second rule forces you to use what you know instead of searching for what you don't.
Okay, give me an example.
Sure. Let's say you want to say, I'm too tired to cook dinner, so I'm ordering pizza.
That's a whole sentence.
Yep, you have 10 seconds. Go.
Estoy muy cansado. No quiero cocinar. Voy a pedir pizza?
Estoy muy cansado. No quiero cocinar. Voy a pedir pizza.
Oh, I was close.
You were, and you said it in 10 seconds. You didn't translate perfectly, but you communicated.
So the point isn't to be perfect, it's to communicate.
Exactly. And the more you do this, the faster your brain gets.
So eventually I won't need the 10 seconds.
Right. Eventually, it'll be instant, but you have to train the speed first.
Okay, I'm trying this.
Do it now. Tell me what you're going to do after this episode. 10 seconds. Go.
Voy a cambiar mi teléfono a español y ver Netflix.
Perfect. You just spoke Spanish without translating.
Holy, I did.
See? Your brain already knows how to do this. Now we're going to prove it. All right, everyone, this is the moment we promised. We're doing a live brain training exercise.
I'm nervous.
Don't be. This is going to be fun. Here's how it works. I'm going to describe a scene. You're going to react in Spanish. No thinking, just react.
Just react.
Yep, whatever comes to your brain first. Ready?
Ready.
You wake up, it's Monday, your alarm didn't go off, you're late. What do you say?
Oh no.
In Spanish.
I know. Estoy tarde.
Perfect. See? You didn't translate, you just reacted. Next one. You're at a restaurant. They bring you the wrong food. What do you say?
Esto no es mi comida?
Yes, this isn't my food. You did it again. One more. You're texting a friend. They say they can't come to your party. How do you respond?
Qué lástima.
What a shame. Perfect. You just thought in Spanish 3 times in a row.
Wait, I actually did.
That's because your brain already knows this stuff. It just needed permission to use it.
This is insane.
This is your brain on Spanish, and it's going to keep getting easier.
So what do I do now?
You practice every day, even just 5 minutes.
Which technique should I start with?
Pick your favorite. Narrate your morning. Talk to yourself. Change your phone. All of them work.
Okay, I'm doing this.
I know you are. And if you're watching, drop a comment and tell us which technique you're trying first. All right, everyone, that's it for today.
Wait, we're done?
We're done. You now know exactly how to train your brain to think in Spanish.
I feel like I should be more prepared.
You are prepared. You just need to start.
Okay, I'm starting today.
Good. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice.
No pasa nada if I mess up?
Exactly. No pasa nada.
All right, everyone, try at least one of these techniques today, like actually today.
And let us know how it goes. We read every comment.
Thanks for watching.
Hasta la próxima.
See you next time.